You will know the huge problems we have with water at the moment. In Gqeberha, there are huge difficulties. 40% of the population there could soon be without water. In places like Standerton and in Mpumalanga, you would have seen yesterday the continual problems of water in Sakile and all around the country. The problems with keeping taps running. The Water Institute of Southern Africa hosted its conference this week. One of the people there is Lunga Patso, a process engineer at MEB. They look at project management solutions in the water sector. He's with us now. Lunga, good afternoon to you. If you look at the water problems that we have, and there are so many different problems all around the country, are there commonalities? Are there things that keep leading to the same problem happening in different places, or is each problem very different?
Yes, Stephen, good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. Thank you so much for having me this afternoon. Yes, I would say that most of these problems, they are common. Mostly that I would say is actually the problem that we have in South Africa is poor management of water resources, which is contributing to the water crisis that we have. Just to mention, even though, of course, we can't get away from the effect of climate change, but most of the problems they have to do with the misuse of financial resources and, as I say, poor management of water resources as well, and that is aggravated also by corruption within the water sector.
So it's about doing proper maintenance, it's about managing the systems properly, and we'd be in a better position?
Correct, yes, yeah. So because most of these problems also has to do with, projects that, in the past that were being awarded to contractors that were some not competent to do the job, and some cases projects where there were plants were built to produce, potable water, but there was lack of maintenance, leading to these plants, having to be shut down for long periods of time while trying to get them back online. So, yeah, it's a contribution of many factors, hence why we're coming together this week to talk about some of those challenges here in Johannesburg.
There's a lot of new technology. I presume the science of finding a leak has changed in the last 50 years. What kind of technology is there?
Yes, yeah, so there are several technologies. We also have water leak detecting systems. Basically just a technology that is installed within the water pipeline. So from the water treatment plant to the customer, so it would detect any water leakage and communicate that data to the relevant people that would then be able to react to those leaks on time. In that way, cutting down the water losses. As we know, recent research in South Africa have shown that about 40% of the municipal water that is generated are less than. It's about 40% of that do not reach the customers. That is equivalent to about 7 billion that is lost in South Africa due to water losses. So we are coming with these innovative technology systems in order to detect those water losses. Not only detect the water losses, also one of the challenges in South Africa has to do with wastewater treatment plants that are in a dysfunctional state. So we're coming with innovative wastewater treatment systems that will be able to treat the sewage water not only to a quality that can be safely disposed into the environment, but that can also be reused for various applications such as drinking water and other industrial applications such as irrigation and also in the agriculture sector.
I'd like my water twice recycled, if I may. And desalination. So there are more and more solar power plants popping up. Minister Matasha, we're very happy to have even more, if you don't mind too much. But you have desalination plants that are arriving. They do require a lot of electricity. Is desalination a technology that we need to take a lot more seriously? You take Gqeberha, right? It's right on the coast. The water's right there. Do we need to take that technology more seriously?
Correct, yes. I think one of the, false information that is out there concerning desalination is the fact that it's a very energy-intensive processes. But trust me, there are innovative ways that we have come up with as, engineers that reduces that energy consumption significantly, in that way making the process, more energy efficient, but in the same way also, be able to recover as much as more potable water from seawater. So, trust me, it is a viable solution that I would recommend that along the coastal regions in South Africa, such as in Gqeberha, that it's definitely a solution that can be considered as a viable solution, especially going forward in the near future.
So we would need to plan that. And I mean, in KwaZulu-Natal, for example, where you have quite a lot of rain, as we saw, unfortunately, earlier this year, you'll be able to have a desalination plant for eThekwini. The water that they used to collect, you could send to Gauteng. We would be very grateful.
Yes, but still, just to mention that, one of the innovation ways that we're coming with is to say, is to come with what you call decentralized solutions. So instead of having these plants, for example, located in KZN and having long pipelines to pump that water to Gauteng, but would find ways in actually treating the water close to the source. In that way, that would be cutting down on the investment that is required for the project. But as I've mentioned to you that, some of the solutions that you're coming with is in terms of the reuse of wastewater. For some of the industries, for example, that rely heavily on potable water, they can consider reusing some of the wastewater for industrial application, and that way cutting down, reliance on potable water supplies.
Lunga Patso, thank you. Process engineer at MEB, looking at project management solutions in the water sector. Really appreciate the time. Thanks.